Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend has been a wild weekend in regards to Modern Warfare 2 leaks, and where it comes from is even more surprising. It's Warzone Mobile, which makes no sense at all that we're getting Modern Warfare 2 leaks through Warzone Mobile. There was actually also Call of Duty 2024 leaks as well, but these leaks are very reputable and a lot to back them up. But on top of that, as you can tell by the title of this video, we also had the dates and times and everything like that leaked for the beta of Modern Warfare 2. So in this video, that is what we're going to be doing, going over all of those leaks, everything that's coming to Modern Warfare 2, breaking it down, and of course giving you that sweet information as to when you can play the beta for Modern Warfare 2. And it's a kind of surprising time. You'll see what I mean once we dive into there. But before we dive into all those leaks, let me first tell you about today's video sponsor. So today's video is sponsored by Modern Warships, a free-to-play multiplayer game which features realistic naval battles. But that's enough talk. Let's go drive some boats, some planes, and let's just hop right into the gameplay. So we are playing on the map called Arctic, and as far as this goes, we have some icebergs to worry about, and of course the enemy team as well. We got Mock over here to our right. We're going to make a hard turn, and boom, just like that, Mock has been eliminated. We have 2 elims out of the 5 enemies. We are killing it. So we are just raining down fire, and I think this is going to be no problem. You know what? We're going to taunt them. We're going to drive straight at them. We're just going to ram them, and boom! Victory! So we are playing on the island of Iceland, and as you're going to very quickly find out, we are not going to be flying ships, but rather we are going to be flying planes. We rack up massive damage. Now the downside is we get knocked out pretty freaking quick. We might be able to take him out here. It's going to be really close, and in fact we did. He is about to get finished off. Boom! That's what you get for trying to take us out. And there, just like that, we've ran out of time. We got the victory. That last ship we took out actually won us the game. So just like that, we're the winners. If you want to get your hands on the game, you can click the first link down below, and if you use the promo code Inkslasher, you can get yourself 3 free days of premium access, but that's only available for the first 1,000 players to go check it out. So first link down below, use code Inkslasher, and thank you Modern Warships for sponsoring the video. So essentially there's 3 different types of leaks we're going to dive into in this video. First off, we're going to start off with the beta dates and times. After that, we are going to go into the maps that have been leaked, and finally ending off with a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of weapons that are going to be in Modern Warfare 2. And once again, these are very reputable. We'll go into why once we get to that point. Now, as far as the beta dates, so essentially there is 2 different weekends that the beta will go through, each of which has an early access time. That's for people who pre-order the game, and then there's an open beta time for anyone to play it. So the first weekend is a PlayStation exclusive. It still shocks me that they're doing this, but this will probably be the last year for this. So the early access PlayStation weekend starts September 15th to 16th, and then the open beta goes all the way until the 19th. That is on PlayStation only. The second weekend is the weekend after that. This is the crossplay beta, which goes from the 22nd to 23rd as early access, and then all the way to the 26th as the open beta. And after that point, it will end. Now, what's crazy about this to me is that the game comes out on October 28th, and what this means is after the beta's release, there's only a month for the game actually to have these changes done to it, which is a very short period of time. In the past, we've seen months in between the beta and the actual release of the game, which has me a little bit worried. It's one of 2 things. Either the game is going to be very polished in this beta, or they are going to have to work really hard over a month to fix whatever problems the beta actually has. It's going to be interesting, but those are the dates that we currently have for the beta. So this is where things get a little bit weird, because the way that the maps leaked for Modern Warfare 2 was through Warzone Mobile, and these are essentially the loading images for various different maps within Modern Warfare 2. Now, the reason why this is reputable is because some of these maps were some of the maps that were told to us in the pre-briefing when I went down to LA to see the game a little bit earlier. For example, the first map that was leaked was called Farm 18. This was one of the maps that they talked about. Essentially, this is an old factory turned into a training military facility. Think kind of like Shoot House, but more warehousey. That is the kind of the best description I can give you of this one. The next one is called Fishtown. This one is kind of, you see a picture of a lighthouse. There's a lot of desert and sand. It is rumored that this is a Warzone location, and on top of that, based off of that leak, I'm guessing that this will be a ground war map, not a 6v6 6v6 map. After this, another map that they talked to us about was called Grand Prix. This one, it was an F1 racetrack that takes place at night. Again, this is a 6v6 map. Now we get into some of the maps that I haven't heard anything about. The first one is called Hydro. The best comparison I can think based off of the image, again, I can't show these or my video will get taken down, is called Hydro. So this one is most like Oasis from Modern Warfare 3. As far as that goes, just look at the image and you get a pretty good idea. Another one that they did talk about when I was at the pre-briefing was called Museum. This one is a museum. It is a white stone building that is a museum. There's really not much more I can say other than that. The next one is called Oil Field. There's really not too much I can say about this one. Then there was also a couple of COD 2024 screenshots in there as well, which seemed to be more so concept art than screenshots, but very strange that those were in Warzone 2. I will talk about those in a different video. After this, moving back to the Modern Warfare 2 leaks, we have one called Saba. This one basically just showed a statue of a guy riding a horse, which we kind of actually saw within the old Modern Warfare game, so I'm wondering if it's a tip of the hat to that. The next one after that was called Sira, which appeared to be a train station. I'm guessing these two maps are both Warzone locations just based off of the short similar names. And then the final one is called Swap Meet. This one's kind of like a Spanish city. Think Havana from Black Ops is kind of your best comparison. And then these were all of the maps that we were given. It seems like a mix between Ground War and 6v6 maps, which makes a lot of sense that we're seeing both of those be put into the game. They did say in the pre-briefing they were going to be putting more emphasis on 6v6 than Ground War, but I mean, we'll have to wait to see at launch to what they give us. Moving on to weapons, we've got a lot of weapons here, so I'm going to go through them quickly, but some of these we actually saw in some of the gameplay that's already been given out. Some of them I saw in the pre-briefing of the campaign gameplay. So again, we know that these are pretty realistic. So the first one we have is the LMS TAC rifle, followed up by the M4AR. The M4 is pretty straightforward. You can expect this to be in most Modern Warfare games, so no surprise there. After which we have one that we saw in the pre-briefing gameplay, which is a shotgun called the Bryson 800. The one after that is called the STG-A3 or the AUG. We're not really sure what type of weapon this is yet. Keep in mind that some of these weapon names may change based off of whatever copyright they get on the weapons names. After this, we have the Lockwood 725, which I'm assuming will be very similar to the 725 shotgun from Modern Warfare 2019. After this, we have the X12 pistol. This is a pistol, pretty straightforward. The next one is a weird one. It is called the Stim pistol. I am guessing that this will probably be a Warzone only weapon, and you can kind of shoot your teammates to revive them with this pistol, but we don't know as of yet. That's kind of the one that's up in the air. After this, we have the Lockman SMG. As far as this one goes, it appears to be an MP5, but maybe they didn't retain the rights to the name of MP5, so they're just calling it the Lockman. Not really sure at this point. After this, we have the AX50 Sniper. Again, this might be a name placeholder for now. Followed up by the RAL LMG. This was a weapon within Modern Warfare 2019, a DLC weapon. Again, I'm willing to bet that some of these names will change. However, what they look like, and unfortunately I can't show you the images, will not. After this, we have the 50GS. This is, of course, the Desert Eagle. After this, we have an interesting one, the PSDW50, which seems similar to just the PDW SMG that we've seen in previous Call of Duty games. This is followed up by the Sakin 9 SMG. Then we have a bunch of launchers, the RPG-7, which, of course, we've seen in many Call of Duty games, the Pila, the Joker, and the Strela P. So a lot of launchers in the files already. After this, we have the LMP, which we did see in the pre-briefing gameplay, which appears to be some sort of MP7. And then finally, the last one that we have is the Bruin MK9, which we also know from Modern Warfare 2019. So those are all of the leaks. We have the beta information, we have a bunch of maps coming to Modern Warfare 2, a whole slew of weapons, and this is basically everything we learned over the weekend via Warzone Mobile of everything. That's probably the most amazing part of all of this to me, is that that's how these things are leaking. I don't know why this is in the game files there. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe there are going to be some locations within Warzone. I have no idea. I'm not even going to try to guess. But let me know what you think of all of this information. Let me know what you think of the dates of the beta. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. But as always, if you enjoyed the information, you enjoyed the video, always appreciate it if you hit that like button. New to the channel, subscribe, have notifications on. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too